The sun rises in Cardiff. We have come back to the banking hall for the 7th time. My name is Kai Samrook and I am joined, as always, by the perennial voice of Slammasters Wrestling, RC Chaos. And RC, what a night we have in store for everyone tonight.
What a night indeed, Kai. Just coming off that M5 and arriving into Cardiff, seeing the sheep through the Forest of Dean, if you will. I'm excited, baby.
Well, there's no sheep here tonight, but you have 6 incredible competitors ready to kick off in 6-man tag team action tonight. Those are 3 big men, RC, and they are about to be joined by 3 men who, if you can believe it, make them look like mere mortals.
Well, you know this music as well as I when it comes to being at the banking hall. There's only one man big enough for it. Would you look at the physiques that we've got on offer here in this one. What a way to get us started. Look at Hunter Maul, the shape that this man is in. Incredible stuff.
Hunter Maul has muscles in places I'm fairly sure most people don't even have places. This man is built out of granite, I'm convinced. That's not a human being. It's not a human man.
About 5 minutes from the car where I've left it in the mean streets of Cardiff to get into the banking hall today. I'm sweating profusely. The body warmer was a bad choice, but looking at this man, oh man, I'm glad I had my Weetabix this morning.
Well, I'm glad I'm wearing a suit so that no one can see my poor excuse for a 2-pack when I'm stood near
He's
Hunter
still alive,
Maul.
you know. He's still alive. And Big D, he's showing off that thunderous physique there of Hunter Maul. The pair of them, look at that, contrasting superstars, if you will. But the Big D is in the house. And Ryan Saint, of course, joins them tonight, Kai.
The Hammer, Ryan Saint, hoping to not only drop the hammer, but drop all 3 of his opponents.
Well, I'm chewing along with him. What a way to get us started at the banking hall, of course. The reason that we're all here tonight. Kalisto, formerly known obviously as Kalisto, in the house.
That's right, Samuray del Sol versus man like DeReiss later on tonight. But for now we kick off with these 6 incredible athletes. But just look at the size of that ham hock. Hunter Maul, what a physique. We're underway. And Hunter Maul has definitely captured people's imaginations tonight.
Oh, just walking out the curtain, looking at him, you can see why. The women are on the floor, the dads are chanting for him, but they're secretly hoping that he isn't catching the eye of the missus.
The amount of, I mean, I'll be completely honest with you, right now, I don't know if I want to be like Hunter Maul or if I want to be Hunter Maul.
Well, it's all the same to me.
Well, Vincent Michaels only wants to be himself. The son of wrestling says that he is here to outshine everyone and to make sure that the sun sets on all 3 of his opponents tonight.
Well, pal, Vincent Michaels sounds like a combination of the 1995 WWF leadership squad, that's for sure. But the son of wrestling can't get any grips on Hunter Maul either.
I understood that reference.
I'm glad you did.
I understood that reference. Connor Sadler in the ring now, the longest reigning progeny champion.
I like everything that you've just told me. This man looking... Oh!
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're a champion if you've got no facial features.
Oh, his nose, he's going to need a powder after that one.
Eli Blake now in the ring.
Eli Blake, you know, to my knowledge, one of the most experienced on the opposition team there, Kai. And he's just thrown away like yesterday's garbage.
All three men tried to headlock Hunter Maul, and all three men failed.
Oh, the D. Everybody wants the big D, and here he comes.
That might be the very biggest D, and he is in the ring now with Vincent Michaels, a graduate, if you could believe, of Seth Rollins and Marek Brave over in the United States.
Incredible.
Well, whoever your trainers were, they can't wrestle the match for you, Vincent Michaels.
Big D, he's taking him round the dozy-do, on the roundabout, if you will.
And they don't have roundabouts in America. He must be lost.
Oh, the intersection. Vincent Michaels forgot to get off. In Derry May, maybe. Maybe where he's at right now.
Well, they say we all rotate around the sun. Right now, everything's rotating with the sun.
Yeah. And the sun just happens to go by the name of Big D.
Thunderclap on the sun. Sounds like a weather event the BBC should cover.
Oh, let's be careful. There's kids around.
Oh, apologies. Sky News.
Maybe slightly better as Big D looks to line up. A big surprise. But just out of harm's way is Vincent Michaels on that exchange.
Sadler and Saint in now. Complete refresh of the match we had just seconds ago.
Chew. Overclocker. Down goes my man.
You can't say things like that. It's a PG show, not a KFC show. Come on.
Mentioning KFC.
Ryan Saint now charging into the corner, and Connor Sadler in a bad way.
Ryan Saint lighting us up.
Looking for Hammerfall.
Could be all. And the team of Ryan Saint, Big D and Hunter Maul having it all their own way so far in this one, Kai.
Could you think of a bigger team, a bigger combination of three human beings?
It would have been interesting to know the combined weight, actually. Oh! Right to the chop block, and the knee and leg is being targeted at Ryan Saint, and once you take a big guy off the feet, they're not very dangerous on the floor.
Well, we're all the same size on the floor, apparently.
Well, lying down, I think, is the quote, but I'll forgive you because, you know, not really been in that situation too much.
No, this is true. If I go down there, I'll never get back up. Eli Blake now in control in the corner.
Oh.
Ryan Saint now trapped. You could see Vincent Michaels utilizing the fact that the referee is distracted, RC.
It must be that shave that Shoes had. Not quite as aerodynamic as he used to be, with that beard now missing. Eli Blake concentrating on his target Ryan Saint at this present moment in time.
Snapmare takeover into the cover. Quick to get out of that was Ryan Saint. Kick out, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you very much.
Eli Blake making a mistake there, trying to crucifix roll up Ryan Saint from the ground.
Can't crucifix a man of Christ, come on.
Well, he couldn't quite get him over. Finding himself in a pinning predicament. A graduate of the Exposure Wrestling Academy, I believe, Eli Blake.
Training now at New Wave.
As most independent professional wrestlers at the West Midlands and Wales currently are doing. Learning from the very best country has to offer.
Well, Vincent Michaels trying to teach.
Oh, just going ham on the Hammer's leg there.
Trying to teach what they teach him over in the States at Black and Brave.
CrossFit, if you will. Nice drop kick there by Vincent Michaels.
Strikes now.
Ryan Saint trying to get out of it.
From the Hammer, and Connor Sadler looks to one in. Tag made.
And he's in. Now, our friends from across the shining sea, if you will, here tonight, participating in this one. Sadler looking for a suplex on Ryan Saint. Ryan Saint's having none of that. And could it be time for Hunter Moore to get back in, or will it be Big D's turn? Oh.
Well, the crowd very clearly wants to see Hunter Moore get in, and Connor Sadler wants nothing more than to disappoint the crowd.
Sadler with a beautiful kick up there, must be said. Saint in a world of hurt, really needs to get to his team, change the dynamic of this match.
Everything revolves around Victor Michaels and his tag partners Sadler and Blake at the moment.
Who's Victor?
Sorry?
Who's Victor?
That guy.
Okay, Vincent, yes.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
I got you.
Vincent, Victor, it's all the same.
It's all the same to me. Rolls him over. Hunter Moore still looking for that tag. Victor now on his opponent.
He wants to steal the moon, not the sun. Tag made, Hunter Moore is in.
And now, finally, Eli Blake gets in, but oh my God, what a German suplex that is. Hunter Moore just sent him packing across to Swansea with that one.
You don't need a European passport to go to Germany with Hunter Moore. Unbelievable German suplex.
And the Cardiff faithful are going absolutely insane.
Huge fall away slam. Connor Sadler just dropped about 7,000 feet.
Oh, Blake, incredible. Oh, the hammer has been dropped.
Head-on collision from Ryan Saint and now Sadler in. Huge European uppercut.
Oh, Sadler, don't look too far. Oh, what a cross body.
And that's a whole lot of body to be crossed by.
Thunderclap, if you will. Vincent Michaels has absolutely messed up on this one.
I think Big D might be ready to turn off the sun right now.
And here it comes. The light of Vincent Michaels is about to be put out. And he's about to be put out by Big D's thunderclap. And he's thunderclapping the beard, the nose, the eyes of his opponent.
Caught in the eye of the storm.
Oh, with a tear in Vincent Michaels' eye.
I think he's just lost his smile.
Not again! Not again! Oh no!
Not another one!
Oh, that man, he better have took insurance coming into this country. He's going to need it.
Eli Blake from behind.
To the leg of Big D. And now all three men in there working on the big fella. Will they?
They might
be
need
able.
Might need more than two men to do this.
A double suplex. Oh, hold on a minute. Hunter Moore's in there, looking to put a stop to it, and does. Oh,
Vincent Michaels feeling brave.
He thinks that slap did the job. It didn't. Oh!
Huge spine buster.
Up and down.
Thank God it happened in the UK. Maybe he won't have to pay those huge premiums.
Oh, Eli Blake missing on that exchange. Hunter Moore. Oh,
hidden blade from Blake.
Got him. Could be all. Oh, tossed off like the wet laundry into the tumble dryer. Eli Blake on that one.
Eli Blake just got thrust into the air with all the power of 7 combine harvesters for some reason.
Oh, hope you got your salad on that one.
I have no idea what that means. Eli Blake now didn't quite get enough because Hunter Maul just stood there and took it.
Hunter Maul says, I don't care what you just did, I'm going to kill you. And Eli Blake knows it.
The Hunter has found his prey. Huge spear to Eli Blake. And now it looks all but over as Hunter Maul looks for the Maul Elevator.
Oh, it's over. What a way to kick things off at Back to the Banking Hall 7. Get your puns in while you can. But the bottom line here is Brian Saint, Hunter Moore and Big D are thunderstruck tonight with the victory.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see this, Hunter? Oh!
This woman turned her back on the Banking Hall last time out. She is, of course, the former Slammasters Wrestling Women's Champion. But by God, did she turn her back on everybody last time.
I disagree. I think LA Taylor treated the fans and treated management like they deserved. Look at this. She was the Slam Masters Women's Champion for 518 days, longer than anyone else in history. What happened the minute that championship fell from her waist? We didn't see LA Taylor for a year, and that wasn't because she left the face of the planet Earth. It's because Slam Masters management didn't bring the Demolition Woman in, because they knew that as soon as they did, she was going to tear through everyone. And what has she done, RC?
Now come on, Kai, come on, you can't believe that deep down. There's got to be a reason that she wasn't here, and I'll touch on that after we introduce her opponent. Vivika looking to make a strong. Wait a minute.
Hold on, LA Taylor.
Come on.
Living up to the name Demolition Woman indeed. Going straight after Vivika.
God damn it, Kai. You can't be preaching for the woman when she's making moves like this.
Listen, would you rather be on her good side or her bad side? Because if this is what you get when you're on her bad side, RC, you're welcome to it.
Well, it's just disgusting, isn't it? I'm going to call it as I see it. You can cower behind the table as much as you want. I'm not going to. I don't buy this. LA Taylor has had a change in attitude, and it's ridiculous. This match isn't even underway.
Well, who's currently getting hit in the head? Because it ain't LA Taylor. So as far as I'm concerned, it's winning. It's working for her.
Into the ring post. This match is not even officially underway. LA Taylor's not even going to have an opponent to face, it would seem. And, you know, she's going to get paid a lot more than £20 for her efforts tonight, aren't you?
Listen, LA Taylor has put Vivika in the ring. She wants this debut to happen.
What's the point? What is the point of ringing the bell? This one is academic before we've even got started, thanks to the pre-match attack from LA Taylor.
Look, don't count Vivika out, okay? Vivika's one of the hardest training athletes I've ever seen. However, you don't really defeat LA Taylor just by training.
Let's see what she's made of. Oh, now look.
Smart, tactical retreat from LA Taylor.
Tactical or doesn't want to get hit.
Do you want to get hit, RC?
Well,
I don't know anyone that wants to get hit. I'm not Anthony Joshua. Please stop hitting me in the face, sir.
Well, yeah, we know you're not Anthony Joshua. You don't need to say that for everybody to hear it. We can just look at you and say, yes, that's the correct assumption. This isn't Anthony Joshua.
This is true. He's got a couple of inches on me, regardless.
Just a couple.
Only at least 3. LA Taylor now and Vivika underway.
Is that upstairs? LA Taylor missing on that one.
My hair's
Vivika
longer.
Has an opportunity to get back into this one. Come on, Vivika.
Charging at LA Taylor, but no matter how strong or powerful you are, it's an uphill battle in a power versus power game with the Demolition Woman.
Throat thrust there. It was an uphill battle from the second LA Taylor decided to attack her opponent on the outside before this match even got underway.
Just think, it would make the story of Vivika even better should she win this match tonight. She's overcome the odds. not only has she defeated LA Taylor, who's more experienced, who's arguably more powerful, but also who had a distinct physical advantage.
I mean, look at the power and the prowess on display from LA Taylor. The ability to put her foot in someone's throat while striking a pose, I might add. Gracious, if you will.
LA Taylor knows exactly how to entertain a crowd, even if the crowd aren't exactly her biggest fans.
Taylor just in dominance here of her opponent. Of course, scheduled to originally face Millie McKenzie. More on that a little bit later.
Card subject to change. I personally believe that Millie McKenzie knew that LA Taylor, just like last time, was going to just decimate her, really demolish her, and so she threw Vivika in the mix instead. That's what I think happened. That's just my theory.
Well, that's a poor theory. I was travelling down with Millie today, and I can tell she was looking forward to getting her hands on LA Taylor, so hopefully we'll see that down the line at the banking hall at some point.
That's an unsubstantiated rumour. LA Taylor now crushing Vivika between herself and the ropes.
Taylor in full control in this one. Vivika giving it her best shot, but again the writing was on the wall from the minute the attack started before the bell rang.
Hold on, headbutt to the midsection from Vivika, and
Come
now
on, Vivika.
Forearm after forearm. Could this be the changing of the tide? I'll see. Maybe not. Commentator's curse.
Unfortunately not on that occasion, but until there's a free count, you've got to still believe Vivika is in with a chance. And the crowd here at the banking hall starting to get behind the newcomer.
Well, obviously they've been against LA Taylor since she came back.
Would you?
Be against LA Taylor? Have you seen Vivika? Absolutely not. Do I want to be against her?
Kai, that's what you said. As a member of the audience, we know you're scared of her. That's absolutely fine.
I am not scared of LA Taylor. This is an unsubstantiated rumor. Okay, me and LA Taylor, we're best friends.
Yeah, you're gonna.
She's in my top 3 on MySpace.
Okay.
Cravat lock now, Vivika, and a knee to the top of the head.
Vivika, look at LA Taylor, proud as punch of what she's doing here today.
Looking for another cravat, and now the London-born grappler in a bad situation, and another knee across the head.
Come on, put an end to it. There's no need for this sort of defenceless attack now on Vivika.
Vivika is a lot of things. Defenseless is not one of them. If she can find a way back into this match, trust me, she will.
The longer this goes on, she will be defenseless. Oh,
that may be the case as LA Taylor, another knee.
Just inflicting more and more punishment as this match goes along here is LA Taylor. And maybe now she will put an end to Vivika.
The killer from Cornwall.
Hold on a minute.
Hoping now to put an end
Hooking up Vivika.
to Vivika's debut.
Vivika holding strong there. LA Taylor the stronger of the two, but Vivika has delivered a suplex out of nowhere.
You've got to be strong for that. Able to psych her out was Vivika. Can she capitalize from the momentary hesitation?
Finally on a knee, getting a running start, uppercut. Vivika brings, look at the strength on display. Deadlift, fall away slam. I can't believe Vivika nearly came back to win it on this occasion. What must she do now?
If she was able to cover immediately, do you think Vivika could have won that match?
She must find the killer instinct now. It doesn't matter what's been, it's what's happening now. And now the killer instinct needs to be found. LA Taylor is on cloud 9. Wobbly legs, Dream Street.
Sky high! And it's all over for Vivika.
And that is all she wrote. Like I said, academic since the pre-match attack, before the bell even rang, but Vivika give it her best shot, even got a near fall in there. Very credible debut here at Slammasters Wrestling. However, the reason that woman has turned her back on the people here and all of us is because of the fact that she was, I'll only get paid 20 quid. Well, that's when you're paying your dues. That is absolutely what you should be doing to help build a promotion up and down the country this.
To be a champion for 518 days. And to then be met with, the news of her return was met with and LA Taylor's also there. No wonder she was annoyed. This is LA Taylor, the cream of the crop. Will history be rewritten or will it repeat itself tonight? Tag title rematch. And it feels weird to see these two men without those Slammasters Wrestling tag titles, RC.
It absolutely does, you're right. These two men held the tag team championship for, such a long time. I'm sure you've got the days there somewhere, Kai.
I absolutely have. 518 days they spent atop the tag team division here at Slammasters Wrestling. 3 defenses, and it all came crashing down against the Blockbusters at Back to the Banking Hall 6 just 98 days ago, RC.
98 days is a long time to be walking around without the gold that you carried for such a long time. But these two men are hungry and they are back for championship gold tonight.
But they have a very game opponent against them. The Blockbusters.
No doubt about it.
Quickly becoming one of the most decorated tag teams here on the British independent circuit. And RC, everywhere you go, it seems that the Blockbusters are just tearing through tag team competition absolutely every turn.
They are picking up a wealth of knowledge and experience on the road as they aim towards the major league someday, and they're on that path, that is for sure.
They really are Blockbusters.
Individually, the two of them, they're absolute. Well, you're about to see them walk through the curtain, judge them for yourself, but these two men are impressive specimens.
They are living, breathing movie stars, that is safe to say, and they would be hoping that they can avoid a Greedy Soul sequel tonight.
Can they survive the sequel is the question. Doris Strode.
She survived a couple, but will the Blockbusters be able?
Hello, Cindy.
Will the Blockbusters be able to defeat the Greedy Souls twice in a row?
A nightmare on Buell Street for the Greedy Souls. That is what I do, Clyde. That is why I turn up.
Blockbusters largely went out of business in the early to mid 2000s, but these Blockbusters, trust me, RC, they are here to stay.
I don't know, the Netflix season, that turned up, but I don't think that's going to be brought back for a season 2 either, whereas the Blockbusters in the ring, here they are, season 2.
Well, speaking of Netflix, it would have been very possible to see these two pop up on The Wrestlers, the OVW-focused Netflix documentary, as these two men, former OVW Tag Team Champions from their most recent tour in the USA.
Absolutely fantastic.
Introducing first the champions in the corner to my right.
Two very intimidating men, Danny Jones and Brendan White.
Tournament
Oh!
Now this is absolutely abhorrent. To sneak attack an opponent before the match even begins. RC, have you ever seen something so depraved?
Yeah, just a minute ago with Ballet Sailor, you completely ignored it. Here we go. Tag Team Championships are officially underway. The Greedy Souls taking advantage over the Blockbusters. Brendan White in there at the minute with Toby St. John, I believe.
That is, in fact, Toby St. John, and that's Danny Jones who just blasted him in the gut. And now for a suplex. Danny Jones, the answer to an incredible pop quiz that I found out the other day. The first and only Welsh speaker to have competed for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
There you have it.
The Greedy Souls, the first Welsh-born tag team to compete for New Japan Pro Wrestling. They did that while flying the flag as Slammasters Tag Team Champions back November last year, as Brendan White looked to retain the championships for his team there, but Toby St. John able to kick out.
Brendan White using that Blockbuster jacket now to choke down his opponent after wearing it. Insult to injury here at this point in time from the former Tag Team Champions.
Could they be the former and the future?
Only time will tell. This match is deep and underway. Toby has been decimated before the bell even rang, and since the bell has rang too. No offense from the Blockbusters out of the gate as of yet.
Jordan Sparks does not look very happy.
Back again. Brendan White taking all the advantage in the world here. You're absolutely right, and he shouldn't look happy. Jordan Sparks needs to get into this match immediately.
Well, we saw in the opening contest, that six-man tag, the referee, the minute he is distracted, his back is turned, that opens up your partner to be completely isolated, not only because you can't get to him, but because that referee, he is not focused on maintaining control behind him, he's maintaining control with you. That's a dangerous, dangerous place to be in a tag match.
It very much is, especially when you're the only referee as well. So, you know, with 3 matches deep at this point, it does take a lot out to be an official in this sport. Keeping all the rules and regulations to code, if you will. Kai.
I think I should start a petition to have every tag match have 2 referees.
Well, up and over, through, and tag made. Jordan breaks, in you come. Close line, fist of fury I should say, just laying out the Greedy Souls, 1 fist at a time, off the ropes, reversal, and now sends him in, and power slam!
The ring shook under the impact of that one, and the crowd absolutely loved it, RC.
Listen to the banking hall explode. Back to the banking hall 7. Slammasters, no one else can do it better.
Cover now, kick out from White.
Now Jordan looking to get Toby back in there quite quickly after just taking down a extended beatdown, if you will. Not sure how smart this is, but double drop kick lands. And Brendan White is in trouble. Double shoulder tackle. Kicks out. Toby looking to get some retribution from the early stages of this one, Kai.
Absolutely, as you said, could not get any offense in the very early goings of this match. Now that the Blockbusters are in control, Toby St. John doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize that. Frequent tags, making sure that they are both on top of Brendan White at any and all times. This is great tag team wrestling for the champions.
I've just watched Toby St. John though, just getting his breath back on the outside there, making the tag back. And as you can see, he is in control, but I'm fearful that he probably shouldn't be the man in the ring at this present moment in time.
The thing with tag team wrestling is you have to be playing 3D chess. There's a lot of different components, a lot of different strategies at play at any given time. Right now it seems to be working for the champions, but will it work in the long run, RC? I think you're completely right. I think it's a 50-50 on whether or not this is the best strategy.
Blockbusters, certainly the fan favourites in this tag team championship match. We've seen some great teams here over the years here at Slammasters, but these two are up there with the two top, that's for sure. Brendan White was looking for that boss man slam, didn't quite get it, and Jordan breaks, ducks two, but he's caught there, and a backbreaker, and Danny Jones with a huge boot to Toby St. John off the apron, as well as he turns his attention now to Jordan breaks in the middle of the ring, utilising that 5 count to his advantage.
Jordan Sparks on the receiving end there of a European-style uppercut from Danny Jones. And now Jones into the cover, hoping to regain those championships. But so far, Sparks still able to keep that spark alive.
Indeed. Only 2 count tag team championships on the line. Greedy Souls will want them back after 98 days without sleeping with them.
What they do with those belts is their own business. But you may have noticed Danny Jones, very briefly, but he stood on the hands and the fingers of Jordan Sparks. Kick to the gut now from Brendan White. And as you said, very easily the tide can turn in a match like this.
Yeah.
And now, should it be Sparks that's in this ring, or should Toby St. John consider getting an immediate tap?
Toby's still getting back to his feet. I'm telling you, he's done some damage in that opening segment of this match. I'm watching him, he's not the same Toby St. John I'm used to seeing. He's had it taken out of him. And another cheap shot from the Greedy Souls. Now the referee, Stu, straight in there, but unfortunately now, the Greedy Souls are going to take advantage of this distraction.
Now Danny Jones delivering some beats to the Aldrin, some clubs to the chest, and now you see when as soon as the referee's looking at him, Danny Jones acting like nothing's going on, like he's completely innocent in all this. But that's the experience. Greedy Souls, 6 years as a tag team against the 3 years of the Blockbusters. That 3 years, a lot can happen. A lot can happen in over 1,000 days as a team.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
But quite an interesting fact that I found out in preparation for this match, RC, is since they became Slam Masters Tag Team Champions, the Blockbusters have not only competed in 20 matches as a team.
Could be all. Here too. 20 matches, you were saying. 20
matches as a tag team. They've defended other tag gold, including the NWA, JCP, Southern Tag Team titles. But the Greedy Souls, since losing those championships, this is their first match back as a tag team.
Wow.
They've splintered off into their singles careers. Could that be detrimental then to the challengers in this match? They're not quite as well versed recently as the Blockbusters.
It's one hell of a solid point, that is for sure. You've got to take it into consideration for the tactics going into this match. And as you say, Brendan White, Danny Jones relying on singles competition to get the job done. Tonight they've got that extra bit of support when, conditioning-wise, the tag team and the Blockbusters are used to going long and deep in these scenarios.
Brought up a very good point there. It's a different match entirely when you're on your own. Hold on, Greedy Souls could be the champions. No.
Only a 2. Danny Jones frustrated. Jordan Sparks gets out of it.
It is a very different match when you're on your own to when you've got a tag team partner. You can tag them in, they can give you a hand or some assistance. But the conditioning is very important. Although I don't think it's going to come into play when you deliver a headbutt like that.
Both men knocking heads, therefore are currently knocked out. Count and 10 would mean there's a draw. But both tag team partners are screaming to get back into this one.
Well, in the event of a draw, I'll see those championships would remain with the Blockbusters.
Absolutely.
What they know as champions advantage.
And here we go.
Titles cannot change hands under a draw, a count out, or a disqualification. And right now, Toby St. John hoping that he doesn't have to resort to the champion's advantage. He wants to win this match by pinfall or submission.
Oh, what a clothesline And another one, Danny Jones being taken to the edge here by Toby St. John. Farmer Boy Strong, here we go.
A discus slap there from St. John, haven't seen that one before.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh, right into the boot of Danny Jones.
What an athlete Toby St. John is.
Up and down he goes, and that could be all. Still champion, no, Danny Jones finds a way to get the shoulder out. What a match. What a night this has been so far. Still championship gold to be decided in singles action as James Ellis finally defends the Slammasters Championship against Wild Boar tonight.
Absolutely right, lot still to come tonight, but we still haven't settled the small matter of who will be advancing in this year as the tag champions.
And Brendan White, as always, finding a way through Dr. Cortez's lab to come up with a cheap shot. As now the Blockbusters looking, the Greedy Souls are looking to put an end to this one.
Slingshot Bossman slam.
Only two. Toby St. John lives, and the tag team titles are still alive for the Blockbusters.
Absolutely unreal. Most men would take that and just admit defeat, but not Toby St. John. Is he able to get out from behind?
Oh, here we go.
Danny Jones, another tag made to Sparks.
And here we go. Sparks in. And now a combination German suplex with a bridge, and that could be all. Jones just gets to it in the narrowest of seconds. You can hear them, and they are right. This is back to the banking hall 7. And this is awesome.
Tag team wrestling at its finest, at its purest at the moment. It's starting to break down ever so slightly.
All four men in the ring for the moment, and Danny Jones outside now with Toby St. John, Jordan, Sparks in there with Brendan White. Now they must be the legal men. Stu's got to keep on top of that one. I've lost control myself.
I don't envy him at all. I have no idea who's legal and who's not.
Wait a minute.
I'm just enjoying the show, but hold on.
Jones into the ring post on the outside, and in the middle of the ring, Brendan White still going at it, fist for fist.
That could buy Jordan Sparks some very important time. Danny Jones went head first into steel there.
And now Toby St. John heading to the top rope. Oh, wait a minute, Sparks sent into the ropes. Catches him. Danny Jones.
St. John just went head first into steel as well, but in a completely different context.
Wait a minute, Danny Jones has gone and got one of the tag team titles here. Wait a minute, Brendan White lining him up. Oh, he hit Danny Jones with a championship, and that could cost him. Super kick on the money.
That definitely did not go to plan for Brendan White. Danny Jones has been isolated by his own tag partner.
Toby St. John recovering on the apron there. Again, as now it looks like we're setting up for the Blockbusters signature move here. Superplex slam, here it comes.
Looking for it, powerplex.
Oh, what an elbow drop that is, and that's gotta be all. Yeah!
Championships retained for the Blockbusters.
What a match! What a tag team! The Blockbusters are going home with the goal once again, and oh my God, what a match that was!
Unreal from start to finish, and the Blockbusters proved without a shadow of a doubt this was no fluke. They have defeated the Greedy Souls not once but twice to prove that they are the undisputed Slammasters Tag Team Champions.
It's time for the Greedy Souls to go back to the drawing board, and the Blockbusters to move on ahead to back to the banking hall. 8 in October. Who will they face then?
That is the important question. Who is about to step up to the cashier's desk and cash in a shot at those beautiful tag team titles, where we find out the next time we visit here at the Banking Hall.
Slammasters Tag Team Champions.
Emersyn, Jayne, one of the top tier premier athletes this country has to offer. She'll be a little bit gutted coming into tonight thinking that she was having a Slammasters Women's Championship match. Well, of course, that is no longer the case. We send our best wishes again, of course, to Lizzie Ever.
Yeah, absolutely. To train for a championship match and to then have that championship match rescheduled, pushed back, that's gonna sting, of course. But this match, no one is gonna turn this match away, I say. Especially not the woman that's about to walk through those curtains.
Well, the suplex machine is in the building, and again, like you say, scheduled to take on LA Taylor earlier tonight. That didn't happen. We saw LA Taylor victorious in, well, circumstances that I won't be talking about in this space. But here comes Millie McKenzie, who I hope one day will be able to get some retribution on LA Taylor.
Yeah, LA Taylor attacking Millie McKenzie following a fatal four-way match the last time we were here at the Banking Hall. Tonight, Millie McKenzie has to put that in the back of her mind. She is not here for retribution against LA Taylor. She is here for retribution in front of the Slam Masters fans, looking for her first Slam Masters victory here in the Banking Hall.
Just listen to that. Underway.
They
Millie
love... sorry, you go first.
Thank you very much, good sir. Millie McKenzie versus Emersyn, Jayne. One of the premier matches up and down this country that many promotions have seen to this date. Death matches, one-on-one matches, you name it, they've done it.
Chess matches?
Chair matches. But tonight in Cardiff, it is the first time ever. Slammasters, Emersyn, Jayne, Millie McKenzie. We lock up.
The suplex machine, Millie McKenzie, well loved here in Cardiff. The Slam Masters crowd welcoming her with open arms for this match against Emersyn, Jayne. They find themselves in the corner.
And as much as these two know each other, the feeling out process in these matches, because of how well they know each other, needs to be different each and every single time they get into it. As Millie McKenzie looking for a deadlift German suplex off the bat, Emersyn, Jayne finds a way to block it and puts on the headlock.
It gets to a point where you can become too familiar with an opponent. You've worked with someone so much, you've faced them so much, that you begin to know what they're going to do before they do it. which makes it very easy then for their opponent to just
with the
completely
hair
change
there,
tactic and do something else.
with the hair.
Just like that from Emersyn Jayne.
It's not what I expected coming into this one from Emersyn Jayne tonight. Maybe a little bit of a different attitude here. There's the suplex machine, Millie McKenzie. Looking to reverse out of this, and does. Off the ropes goes Emersyn Jayne. Arm drag takeover by McKenzie, followed by a Japanese arm drag. And you don't see them every day as Millie McKenzie spinning, twisting neck breaker there. And into the cover right off the bat for a 2.
Well, Millie McKenzie is world traveled, spent a lot of time out in Japan over her career, wrestling for Tokyo Joshi Pro and Sendai Girls Pro Wrestling as well. Racking up gold out there as well, RC.
We're just talking about her time in Japan on the way down, funny enough, today. And, you know, Millie excited about potentially getting back out there in the future.
Well, Millie McKenzie, a lot of wrestling fans here in the UK would have seen this woman grow up in front of our eyes, more or less. A career spanning 10 years already. 2015, she turned pro.
Emersyn Jayne.
This is how quickly matches turn around as Emersyn Jayne's head going into the turnbuckle. Not the pad, but the steel buckle itself there, I think, RC.
Yeah, Emersyn Jayne's nose was feeling all of that, but as she takes advantage and goes to the top rope. Oh! Knee driver takes McKenzie down, and that could be all she wrote. Only a 2. Wow, what an impactful move so early on in this contest. Emersyn Jayne has just took the lead and advantage in my book.
A reverse meteora of sorts, driving the head of Millie McKenzie straight into the canvas. That is going to have a detrimental impact. I don't care who you are, how strong you are, or how experienced you are. If your head hits there that hard, it spells disaster because that's where the brain lives.
Good science as Emersyn Jayne showing even better science by pummeling the back of McKenzie. Into the turnbuckle she goes. Emersyn Jayne fully in control after that reverse meteor, if you will. Turnbuckles now getting to meet and greet Millie McKenzie up front and in person.
Emersyn Jayne hoping to send Millie McKenzie into the ropes, but Millie McKenzie able to reverse it, send her careening into the turnbuckles.
Clothesline, McKenzie getting back on top for this span of time at the moment. Emersyn Jayne kicks out. These two women know each other so well. It's going to be a tough ask for one of them to pick up the victory, but ultimately that is what one of them is here for tonight.
Emersyn Jayne, backbreaker to McKenzie, into the cover, hook the leg, strong cover, but still a kick out from McKenzie.
Kicks out. McKenzie finds a way to stay alive in this contest, looking for that all-important first victory here at the Banking Hall.
Yeah, Millie McKenzie competed twice for the Slammasters Women's Championship. On both occasions, Lizzie Evo was able to find a way out as champion, which meant that Millie McKenzie's rise here in Slammasters has been slowed. Yeah, and of course that four-way the last time we were here, RC, didn't go her way either.
Of course not. I mean, Lizzie found a way to not defend the championship the last 2 occasions here at the Banking Hall. Has not been seen since for quite some time now.
Yes, that's right. Lizzie Evo, the longest reigning Slammasters Women's Champion in just a few weeks' time. Coming very close to LA Taylor's record now. You've got to think perhaps not competing tonight. That's definitely pushed that record to being inevitable at this point.
Well, the last 2 championship matches that she should have had, you know, granted if she was here earlier on in the year, that was a tough championship match alone. Never mind the quality of Emersyn Jayne and what she brings to the table here tonight. Could have easily have lost the championship in both of those contests.
The thing with professional wrestling, RC, is you can lose a championship against anyone. It only takes 3 seconds, and Emersyn Jayne right now proving that Millie McKenzie is going to have to do something quite special to turn this match around.
Can't deny that. Suplex Millie, though, can always deliver one out of nowhere if she needs to.
I'd call it the human suplex machine, but I think an orange man might argue against me. Suplex!
It is. Suplex delivered. One in the book as Millie McKenzie gets the better of Emersyn Jayne in that exchange.
The crowd very much behind Millie McKenzie as a clothesline takes Emersyn Jayne down, and another.
And around we go, up and down. Jayne finds a way out. McKenzie back in this match, so that is the main thing, Con.
Very much so. Millie McKenzie, pound for pound, might be one of the strongest wrestlers around right now. You could see her lift like this, lift anyone with absolute ease. It's ridiculous.
She is a suplex machine. Not a gimmick. It's a fact. It's a reality of life.
I heard a rumour that she in fact taught Taz everything he knows. Cutter there from Millie McKenzie.
Only a 2. And listen to the banking hall. We are back for the 7th time. And what a night this has been so far. The Blockbusters retaining the Tag Team Championships in one hell of a contest against the former champions, the Greedy Souls.
That was a great tag team match, and we're seeing another great match here between Millie McKenzie and Emersyn Jayne. And Millie McKenzie trying to end this match there, it looked like.
Still, the man formerly known as Kalisto is in the building and ready for action against man like DeReiss tonight. As Emersyn Jayne hits a German suplex of her own. And now, Emersyn Jayne taking the head off Millie McKenzie, and that could be all. 1, 2, we got Emersyn Jayne. Absolutely thought she had the job done and it was over, but Millie McKenzie stays alive.
If I'm Emersyn Jayne, I am annoyed that this match doesn't have a tag team, a title match, I'll try that again. That this match doesn't have a title on the line. Yes, fighting Millie McKenzie is always a good night. It's always fun, obviously, in a way, when you're not getting hit in the head, perhaps. But you want to have a championship, especially if you're Emersyn Jayne, a woman who collects championships like you or I might collect Pokemon.
Well, definitely not me.
Me neither.
Emersyn Jayne looking
I would never collect Pokemon.
Alabama Slam, maybe.
I don't even know what Charizard is. Cover there from Millie McKenzie.
That was a Pikachu. And that was a miss. And Millie with the German suplex. Emersyn Jayne up and over on her head. And again, oh my God, McKenzie is going crazy with the German suplexes. Oh!
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Emersyn Jayne.
Emersyn Jayne returning the favour. McKenzie with another one. Oh! And Emersyn Jayne back up to get kicked right in the face. McKenzie looking to end this one. And hits it. McKenzie driver, 1, 2, oh! Emersyn Jayne is still alive. What a match.
Suplex after suplex after suplex after suplex. Millie McKenzie thought she had it won with a face breaker, but alas, Emersyn Jayne able to kick out.
And once again, listen to the banking hall. They're right. I can't argue with them. This is awesome.
There's something about the banking hall RC. It brings out the very best in all of us. And right now, Millie McKenzie charging up.
Oh, Emersyn Jayne gets out of the way of that one.
But she's still charging up.
Wait a minute. Oh, Emersyn Jayne takes no prisoners, reverses it. And oh, shotgun drop kick through the middle row. Right into McKenzie's face.
Not what you want to be doing if you're Millie McKenzie. You want to be getting out of this situation as quickly as humanly possible.
Or not. She's setting up for something else. It's the Min's driver. And kicks out at 2. Can you believe it? Jitty,
What did you just say?
Bang.
I'm going to need you to take that back a couple syllables, sir.
There's no repetitive
This isn't you and gold. There were no repeats here.
No,
Emersyn
exactly.
Jayne to the top. looking for a moonsault, but the pool was empty. Spear!
It's gotta be all McKenzie, and she does it! She picks up her first victory here at the banquet hall. Unbelievable action here in this one. Millie McKenzie gets the job done for the very first time and back to the banking hall 7 at the expense of who was going to be the #1 contender for tonight's Slammasters Women's Championship match, Emersyn Jayne.
That must change some things with Slammasters management. What a win for Millie McKenzie, and Emersyn Jayne looks beside herself. Just look at her, she is furious.
Check. Yo. With my team, I'm one, you think you want my team, you want my team, you want my team, my team, you know what is on the street. Now you want someone you get it, just look at this and this book. You want to play with it, that's all you want. Even if it's all alone, we don't go around and we will never see what we are. You're not masters. When I say oh, you think you want over. When I say oh, you think you want over. When I say oh, you think you want over. When I say that, when I say that, oh what? Ladies and gentlemen, representing the 0121 is Lyrical Dragon. This is Man Like
Viral grime sensation, man like DeReiss has gone platinum lately on social media due to his TNA debut a number of weeks ago, and now everyone seems to know the name man like DeReiss, and tonight Samuray del Sol learns exactly who this man is.
And now, introducing his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Mexico City, Mexico, by way of Chicago, Illinois, he is the gloat, the greatest Lucha of all time, and the king of flight, the Orca, Samuray del Sol.
AAA, CMLL, PWG, WWE. If there is somewhere to go, Samuray del Sol has been there. A former NXT Tag Team Champion, former Cruiserweight Champion, and former WWE United States Champion. RC, this man has a pedigree unlike any other before him. Samuray del Sol, perhaps one of the most instantly recognizable luchadors of the modern age, and he is here in the banking hall for Back to the Banking Hall 7.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. A man like DeReiss squares up to the man formerly known as Kalisto, Samuray del Sol, in a Slammasters Wrestling ring.
for the first time ever. It's the Lyrical Dragon versus a Lucha Dragon. Samuray del Sol and man like DeReiss. And just listen to this. Lovely show of respect there from Del Sol and DeReiss.
A split crowd, as you can imagine, supportive of both individuals in this contest. The longest reigning Slammasters Wrestling champion of all time to date, man like DeReiss. Very popular when it comes to the banking hall. That's the Lucha Libre GOAT. He referred to himself on the entrance.
The GLOAT, greatest lucha of all time.
It's a strong statement. DeReiss absolutely working the hips there.
As Shakira would say, the hips don't lie, RC.
Well, you're absolutely correct about that. They don't lie.
Mine just click.
Mine just ache.
I'm sure Samuray del Sol has a lot in store for us here tonight.
Well, DeReiss back with a new one on that occasion, changing it up for the Lucha GLOAT.
We've got a brand new release from DeReiss tonight. Never expected that one.
What a match this is set to be. Still got the Slammasters Championship on the line to come. And here we go. Both men lock up centre of the ring. The stature of Samuray del Sol is very Rey Mysterio in person, isn't it? You look at him and literally, he could be Rey Mysterio in the ring right now.
I'm choosing to describe myself as very Rey Mysterio from now on when asked how tall I am. DeReiss rolling out of that into a wrist lock of his own, and now Samuray del Sol has to try and find a way out of this one.
Samuray del Sol would have fit in last night at the new Worlds Collide, AAA and WWE, of course. He is here tonight in the banking hall, putting on a clinic.
And Worlds Collide tonight, it's Birmingham Grime star, a man like DeReiss, and Lucha sensation, Lucha legend, if we're being completely frank about everything, Samuray del Sol.
Yep, it was a Money in the Bank weekend. We're in the banking hall. There isn't a Money in the Bank match that doesn't go toilet. You don't think Kalisto was a human highlight reel in there. And this man now, under obviously the moniker of Samuray del Sol, is in the ring taking on man like DeReiss.
It doesn't matter the name, but the mask, the wrestler, everything about him remains exactly the same. What you see is what you get with Samuray del Sol, and you're about to get an absolute delight, I can assure you of that. As both of these men once again staring down.
Both men at this current moment in time just even Stevens, if you will. Shoulder tackle.
Didn't quite go the way Del Sol wanted it to.
No, not at all. DeReiss, of course, got a hefty frame. He's not one of the biggest men in professional wrestling himself, but he does well with his size. And he is, of course, bigger than Samuray del Sol.
He is indeed. DeReiss has a lot of power behind him as well as a lot of speed, as you can see. But Samuray del Sol putting that to the test.
Both roll through. Arm drag takeover, sending DeReiss for the ride. Samuray del Sol looking now for that chop, and up to the top rope. Could we see the man that Eddie Guerrero, Ray Phoenix style? Samuray del Sol now, and arm drag through. Very impressive.
That was some good lucha things from Samuray del Sol, and now caught himself. Look at that. Now that is Lucha Libre, my friend.
Indeed it is. and the crowd are going wild already.
Not something you see every day on the mean streets of Cardiff. It's a bit of lucha libre. Samurai del Sol bringing something new to the banking hall, something we haven't seen before, realistically. But here's the thing, in a match like this, DeReiss, of course he knows exactly who Samurai del Sol is. Everyone knows Samurai del Sol. DeReiss becoming very well known now. Samurai del Sol would have heard of DeReiss, but tonight, DeReiss needs to make sure that Samurai del Sol leaves knowing exactly who he is.
With the drop kick, absolutely. And man like DeReiss will be putting in all the time and effort to get that done. Up and in. Samurai del Sol catching the better of man like DeReiss at this present moment in time until the curse of the commentator strikes. DeReiss got him for a full away slam and lands it. And DeReiss now about to show out himself here in this one.
Looks like the lower back may have been impacted by that though, RC.
DeReiss got the do-rag on, so the look is there. Hits him with a strong enziguri in the corner. Big back body drop sends over Samurai del Sol into the cover. Man like DeReiss using all of that upper body strength there just to press a little bit more on his opponent, forcing the kick out.
And a bigger kick out, the more energy you exert, which could prove to really pull you back in the later stage of this match. You don't want to exert all of your power
without a shadow of
and energy early on.
You're absolutely correct. Both men will have strong gas tanks, that's for sure. But ultimately, at some point, one is going to be stronger than the other. When it comes to experience in these situations, obviously that goes in the favour of Samurai del Sol. But we have seen time and time again the heart and desire of man like DeReiss in this building and beyond.
DeReiss always finds a way ahead, as you said, longest reigning Slam Masters heavyweight champion.
Oh, Samurai del Sol getting back into it and drives DeReiss into the apron. And what a kick that is to the chest area of man like DeReiss.
We could have seen DeReiss challenging perhaps for the Slam Masters Championship tonight, but James Ellis was able to find a way to defeat him last show at our very last event here at the Banking Hall, and we know how that ended. The end of that night, James Ellis was the champion.
Oh, almost like a 619 there to the lower back on the apron, and man like DeReiss chucked back in the ring. Off comes the do-rag, and Kalisto, Samurai del Sol, I do apologise, when you've known him by that moniker for so many years, watching him week in, week out, he's starting to get it a little bit spot on, shall we say. And there's a change.
I think you could be forgiven for that one, RC, but right now, Samurai del Sol,
he's got Karate Kid with that one.
He's adding something new to his already very phenomenal mask.
Up to the top rope and DeReiss out the way. And up and over, look at that.
Oh my God.
Talk about a deep 6. That was a deep 18. Could it be all?
That was 30,000 leagues under the sea. Unbelievable from DeReiss.
Incredible. DeReiss sent him spinning around like a supersonic tornado, if you will. Man like DeReiss looking to take the chest of Samurai del Sol
like
to the woodshed.
Spinning him like a DVD in a broken PlayStation 2. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, the memories. And another one. And off the ropes. Oh! And now, man like DeReiss evening up the odds, working on the back and chest of his opponent, making sure both of these individuals are feeling the impact before we get any deeper in this contest. Clothesline, cover, and only a 2. Nonchalant really, you'd like to see him hook the leg in this situation. It's probably his biggest test to date. He's, definitely by reputation, his strongest opponent today. DeReiss should be locking in and putting that pinfall into full effect.
You've got to think that DeReiss has learned a lot about Lucha Libre from training with the people he has. He's trained recently with Natty Neidhart and Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd, of course, has wrestled frequently Samurai del Sol back during his time as a Lucha Dragon, alongside Cinta de Oro, as he was known then, Sin Cara, of course. So Tyson Kidd maybe have passed on some knowledge of Samurai del Sol to DeReiss when this match was first announced. You've got to think.
Once again, he's almost like the upper chest, which obviously DeReiss is in position. He's almost relying on that when it comes to the pinfall, rather than going for the leg hook.
Well, this is Samurai del Sol versus Samurai del Swole in man like DeReiss. Quite a large man. I was stood next to him earlier on, and I thought I wouldn't want to get on his bad side, to be honest with you, RC.
Leg drop delivered. Samurai del Sol, you say?
A man like DeReiss, but Samurai del Sol, he's a big guy. The height may be deceiving. Samurai del Sol has a lot of strength behind him as well. Very capable fighter, not just in Lucha Libre, but is also trained in multiple submission styles as well.
You understand why you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of a man like DeReiss. He is, of course, from the 0-1-2-1.
Into the cover now.
Second capital of the country.
The what capital?
The second capital.
Oh, the second capital.
Yeah, so London falls, Birmingham gets it.
I thought the second capital of England would be the end, but there we go. Samurai del Sol, huge spike hurricane Rana.
DeReiss, very, very close to picking up the victory there. These two men giving it all here at the banking hall. DeReiss down and working that head, neck back into it as the Lucha Dragon calls for the banking hall to give him life.
Could he be looking for the Salida del Sol, perhaps?
Looks like it.
This move brought him multiple championships in his career, including the United States Championship and the WWE Tag Championship on a previous occasion. But DeReiss now firing off forearms to the jaw of Del Sol.
You know, when you think of the history of the United States Championship, to have that championship around your waist as a singles competitor is an absolute honour.
Championship held by the likes of Harley Race, of Ric Flair, Eddie Guerrero, to be more recent as well.
And over John Cena, Steve Austin, some of the greats in our business.
Absolutely right. Ricky Steamboat had that championship as well. I'm sure Samurai del Sol wears the fact that he was a United States champion with pride.
And talk about Lucha, that was the 619 from DeReiss. And drop kicks him. That could be all.
Who needs a chiropractor when you have that double stomp from DeReiss?
Unbelievable action here in this one. Man like DeReiss landing that from 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Man like DeReiss truly is an exceptional athlete.
Hold on a minute. You talk about who he's been training with as of recent. This looks like a familiar position to be in. Montreal, if you will.
Has he been given the green light to use this move? This is incredible. A great seal of approval to be able to use this move.
For the sharpshooter, but rolled up and kicks out. DeReiss.
Great evasion.
Out of nowhere, hits it. Could be all she wrote. Has DeReiss picked up the biggest win of his career? So close, but yet so far away.
Both men have utilized some incredible evasive techniques in this match so far, but that may be one of my favorites from DeReiss to be able to avoid that there.
DeReiss looking to end this one now with some Lucha of his own. A 450 splash is synonymous with man like DeReiss.
It absolutely is. A move first popularized, if you could believe, by Scott Steiner.
I can believe it.
Scott Steiner can't.
Can't do the math anymore, can he?
Well, the numbers don't lie. DeReiss up to the top, and this spells disaster for him at Sacrifice.
It does indeed. As Samurai del Sol going up to meet him, catches him on the side of the head there. Man like DeReiss in a perfect position for maybe a Frankensteiner.
Del Sol now up to the top. We've great person to speak about moments ago.
Oh,
The great innovator himself. Look at
Spanish
that!
fly, inverted, but nonetheless gets it, and 2.99. Wait a minute, following up the Lucha, and finish there, misses.
Look for a
on that
450 of
one.
his own.
And DeReiss from a springboard 450 to a top rope 450.
Samuray Del Sol trying to move out the way. Did he move far
Oh,
enough?
we
No,
got
he
him!
did not.
That's gotta be all! Oh! Unbelievable! 2.99 again! And you just can't call it at this stage who is gonna pick up the victory. What a match! And absolutely right, Slammasters indeed rings around the banking hall for the 7th time here tonight.
Lucha Libre, one of the most awe-inspiring styles of professional wrestling I have ever been fortunate enough to see.
Fast, it's furious,
And
it
DeReiss.
is Lucha.
DeReiss right now, he's in there with the gloat, and he is doing very, very well.
Oh, small
Hold on, or is he?
package. And almost just like that, catching powerbomb. Could be, and got him. Nailed it
Hold on.
into the sharpshooter.
Stepping through,
Man like DeReiss.
and he's got it locked in.
All the way from the Neidhart dungeon. Has locked it in.
Shades of Natty Neidhart and a famous wrestling dynasty.
Man like DeReiss talking away at the back of Samuray Del Sol, dragging him into the middle of the ring.
It's locked in deep, I see.
This has got to be one of the most painful submissions you can ever think to be wrapped in. Can Samuray Del Sol get out of it?
The knees,
Listen.
the lower back.
And he got there. He got to the ropes. This match will continue. Unbelievable.
But with the amount of damage that the sharpshooter inflicts on the lower back, on the legs, on the knees especially, Lucha Libre, Samuray Del Sol, he relies a lot on flying. He's going to struggle to get up to that top rope with one damaged leg or two damaged legs, RC. This was a genius play from DeReiss.
You're very much right, and the tactics have to be spot on when the situation calls for it. And
Hold
he's
on!
so big.
Hooked out!
Got
Hooked
it!
ahead!
He got it!
Salida Del Sol! DeReiss just kicked out of the Salida Del Sol!
You
Hold on, he just...
have got to be kidding me. Out of nowhere to start with came the finishing move that we all know and love.
Samuray Del Sol just hooked ahead out of nowhere, delivered a picture-perfect Salida, and still DeReiss was able to get that shoulder up, a 2.995 recurring. Unbelievable, Jeff.
As the banking hall are absolutely with us on this one. And here we go again.
Looking for it again, Salida dos. Or not.
O'Connor roll. Kicks out. Rolls him through.
And for a
Good
victory
field.
roll there.
And again, referee being made to work on this one. As we are deep in this match, and it could be one quick pinfall away from the free count. Kick to the midsection, slows things down. Up goes DeReiss, down goes DeReiss. DeReiss trying for his own, reverses back. Quicker than a hiccup is this one. And here we go again.
Hold on, looking for it again, looking for another Salida, unable to get it. DeReiss fighting it off at every
DeReiss
turn,
fighting
look at
first.
this.
Sunset rolls through, got him into the two, rolls back through, and again another kick out. These two men are not giving up.
How do they have the energy?
Oh, wait a minute, he got him, that's it.
Out of nowhere.
Can you believe it? The 0121 has brought it to whatever area code Cardiff is. Who gives a damn? Because it doesn't matter. 0121 reigns supreme in the banking hall. Thank you for coming. Samuray Del Sol.
When I say outer, you say nowhere. Unbelievable. out of nowhere for DeReiss.
What a match.
Incredible.
What
like a flash.
Like a flash indeed. Quicker than a hiccup, these two men. Quicker than a flash at times to keep up with two. But what a match this has been at the banking hall for Slammasters Wrestling. Wow.
Samuray del Sol, one of the most exciting talents we've been able to see walk through these hallowed halls. What a match, what a performance, what a victory for DeReiss.
Listen to the appreciation on display for these two incredible athletes. One who has been to the very top of the game and one who is looking to get there himself.
Everyone will know the name MLD. That is man like DeReiss, and that is just how he's built, Darcy.
Unbelievable action. Fantastic victory here tonight.
DeReiss is on fire. En fuego.
And we still have championship goals to be defended and decided tonight.
Even in defeat, Samuray del Sol is beloved here in Cardiff.
So he should be. Absolutely someone that has done it all, lived and breathed the game for some time, and tonight comes up short against a man like DeReiss.
You've got to think now DeReiss has his eyes firmly set on our main event. James Ellis, the new Slammasters champion, goes one-on-one with Wild Boar, and it's all to play for. Coming up next, at Back to the Banking Hall 7, your main event, The Brilliance versus Wild Boar, with the championship title on the line. This is Slammasters Wrestling, and it ain't over yet. And what a match this is going to be.
You can hear them. They're ready.
And so is he. The chains are off. The wildebeest is released, and the Wild Boar is on the hunt.
They've got a feel for our cameramen at times, putting themselves into harm's way and danger, just like they did there on the entrance of Wild Boar.
Like a David Attenborough documentary, and here we see the Wild Boar on his hunt for the Slammasters Championship.
And the hunt is on, and the chase is now. And will it be Wild Boar's night here in Cardiff?
Will the Wild Boar be able to get James Ellis with one of his tusks and become your new Slammasters champion? James Ellis champion for 98 days. If he wants to make that 99, he has to pull out something special to tranquilize the Boar.
Got a lot to do tonight with big manager Blanche in the corner of James Ellis.
I forgot about that. The X factor in James Ellis' game plan. Big manager Blanche, the difference maker himself.
And introducing his opponent.
The whole reason that James Ellis is thankful to be the Slammasters champion at this current moment in time is in part thanks to big manager Blanche.
You can thank big manager Blanche, and you can thank the whiskey chaser Martin Grant. If it wasn't for Martin Grant's post-match assault on our former champion Danhausen, we may have a very nice, very evil champion now, but instead we have a good as gold champion in the Brilliance, James Ellis.
Once again, making his way around the banking hall, showing off that beautiful championship to every single person there is in this sold-out, jam-packed venue tonight.
The recently introduced new Slammasters Championship, worn proudly by James Ellis. Not the only championship this man holds. I think if there's a wrestling company near you, odds are this man is its champion. Unbelievable. The Brilliance belt collector does not want to let go of one of his prized possessions, that's for sure.
Without a doubt, he'll want to be keeping that championship at the end of this particular Back to the Banking Hall 7 here tonight.
Just look at big manager Blanche living up to his name. He really is big. He's yoked, he's jacked, he's all the synonyms. Throwing up the twos. It's brilliance country, baby.
We are ready for our main event. We are ready for the Slammasters Championship to be defended.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger in the corner to my right. Hailing from Blockbusters, South Wales, he is the Wild Boar,
And synonymous with British and Welsh wrestling for just as long as his career these days.
And now, introducing the champion in the corner to my left, being accompanied to the ring by the big manager Blanche, hailing from Swansea, South Wales, he is always good as gold. He is the brilliance and the reigning, defending Slammasters champion, James
And this man for the last 4 or 5 years has done nothing but make a name for himself to now becoming the Slammasters champion.
James Ellis, over the past, as you say, 4 years, has gone from being a relative unknown to being on every single marquee up and down the country. James Ellis has risen to the top in an absolutely meteoric fashion, and he does not want to slow down, but Wild Boar wants to bring it to a grinding halt tonight by taking that Slam Masters Championship from James Ellis. And we are off.
We are officially underway. The Slammasters Heavyweight Championship is on the line. It is Wild Boar, the veteran, taking on James Ellis, the champion. And Wild Boar, with his veteran instincts, is going straight to it.
Into the cover. Kicker from the champion early on.
He wants to ground and pound the champion as best as he can, keeping Ellis grounded and away from big manager Blanche. Key tactic to get the job done early on.
Well, if I'm James Ellis, I've got to think as tactically as humanly possible. This isn't the first time these two men have engaged in one-on-one combat. This is in fact the third singles match between the two of them. On both occasions prior to this, Wild Boar has walked out as the winner in a regular straight-up singles match like this, and also in a street fight. So if you're James Ellis, you've got that in the back of your head of you have never beaten Wild Boar one-on-one before.
And that's a big thing, going into his first championship match against an opponent that he's never beat before. It says a lot.
In fact, he's never walked out of a match opposite Wild Boar as the winner before, period, including a fatal four-way match right here at the Banking Hall, all the way at the first Banking Hall event in 2022, if you could believe it.
What you're telling me, is that Wild Boar has got James Ellis' number, and we should be expecting a brand new Slam Masters champion by the end of this one tonight.
Well, just 2 visits ago at the Banking Hall, we saw Wild Boar defeat James Ellis and his tag team partner Martin Grant with the help of Rhino, of course. Rhino and Wild Boar making up one of the wildest tag teams of all time. But yeah, you were correct. Wild Boar has always walked away with the win in a match involving James Ellis. So despite being the champion, one might say that James Ellis comes into this match the underdog.
With those records, you're absolutely correct. There's no way of looking at it any differently. Wild Boar is the veteran. He's the man with the most wins out of 2 on a one-on-one or any otherwise. Tonight could be the night we see Wild Boar set the goal. But first, he's got to get through the obstacles in front of him as he bites the head of Ellis here in this one. Boar is hungry.
The crowd wanted to see it, and he obliged. Wild Boar taking a chunk of the head of James Ellis.
Ellis down in the centre of the ring, looking to try and get some traction in this contest. Boar finally catches him with a senton, and Ellis is going to take some time to catch his breath and regain his composure in this one.
Big manager Blanche talking tactics with James Ellis. Probably something underhanded, but it always is with those two.
Well, it will be. They'll need to come up with a new game plan here. He's fanning him off as we speak, as Wild Boar tried to get past the referee there to stop this and get this match back underway and in control. But wait a minute, from behind, big manager Blanche is up.
Wild Boar scouted him.
Ellis is in, and up and over he goes to the outside.
That's the veteran instinct of Wild Boar. He knew something was off. Caught big manager Blanche in the crosshairs.
Wild Boar has got to keep on top of him as Ellis is moving around the banking hall, trying to create some distance between the two. And now it looks like we're going to go on a tour of the banking hall, up against one of those pillars, one of the loudest shots I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Into the wall goes James Ellis, and this is championship match. Stu, our referee, our head official here at Slammasters, taking a little bit of moderation approach here. Of course, championship advantage is in play. Disqualifications and countouts do, in fact, play a part in this one. And if Wild Boar was to get disqualified, Ellis would walk away as the champion.
Similar if this match was to end in a count out. If it was a double count out, James Ellis retains. If James Ellis was to be counted out, James Ellis retains. If Wild Boar was to be counted out, have a guess what would happen, RC?
You tell me.
James Ellis retains. Wild Boar has to pin him or submit him. That's the only way to walk out as champion.
That is why they call it champion's advantage, as we've seen time and time again. Oh, wait a minute, big manager Blanche with a distraction. Looks like Ellis has got back on him. He wants the referee, and big manager Blanche going to work on Wild Boar in the background.
I don't know what you mean. I just saw a man shining his shoes.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah.
I think a trip to Specsavers is on the agenda once again for you, sir.
Well, it is due, but...
It's always due.
It
Every
is.
3 months it's due.
With me at the minute, it is, yeah.
Back body drop! Ellis sent flying. And he's lining up for the gore. Boar with the gore.
You don't have to go
wait a minute.
to Specsavers to see what happened there.
Blanche grabbed the foot and a knee to the jaw. Ellis pounding away at his opponent, but Wild Boar fighting back vigorously. Reversal. Ellis sends Boar off. Spine buster from the champion.
Strong
and
cover.
Two.
RC, something that just got my brain thinking there, and it doesn't happen very often.
Look at that.
Well,
You're telling me you didn't see that either?
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh. Congratulations, good sir.
That one was in front of me. But look, manager Blanche has the towel in his hand. It got me thinking, what happens in this match if Wild Boar takes James Ellis to his limit and big manager Blanche decides to throw in the towel? That counts, RC, as a submission. It counts as a surrender. So Wild Boar would become the champion.
Correct.
It's another little wrinkle in this match. Could we see that famed towel be utilised? Who knows? Still early going.
It's not been utilised previously in that format here, and I would hope that Big Manager Bunch will not do that knowing the consequences.
Well, I hope that he won't have to.
He's getting beaten. He's being eaten alive. Is Big Manager Blanche. Oh, misses with the baseball slide. Into the apron goes Ellis. Boar on top. Back in the ring goes Ellis.
And Wild Boar stalking his prey. Drop toe hold from the champion, and now to the ropes he goes and chokes him with a leg lariat. And now looks perhaps for it. Here we go. Tope at Sumiko. Shades of Eddie Guerrero.
He got
into
it.
the cover.
In the middle of the ring, got to get to the two though. Ellis getting back into it bit by bit as this match develops and progresses.
James Ellis, as I said before, a very decorated wrestler over the past couple of years. Champion all over the country, including a champion in Ireland, if you can believe it at the moment.
Body drop. Sorry.
Very well travelled, but hold on. Elbow drop.
Two, and gets out of it. Ellis still in control for now.
Very important distinction there, RC, for now. Wild Boar knows better than anyone how to completely flip the switch in a match.
And Wild Boar getting back into it, laying those hard, horrible shots to James Ellis. Sends him reversal into the turnbuckle, goes Wild Boar. Ellis runs in, gets a back elbow for his trouble. Wild Boar, now what can he do from here? Gonna squash him. Unbelievable.
Huge seated senton directly to the chest of James Ellis.
Learned that one from the Lion King, did the Wild Boar. And Ellis might feel that it is too good to be king tonight, but Wild Boar is aiming for the crown.
Wild Boar treating James Ellis like a space opera, and James Ellis currently
to the face there,
trying to send Wild Boar into orbit.
Ellis
Instead settling for an abdominal stretch, and it appears to be locked in, trying to grapevine the leg.
Every bit of that, and look at the extra bit of support that he's getting there from Big Manager Blanche in the background. And he's got him again. The referee can't see this, of course. It's just out of sight is Big Manager Blanche. Using the towel now. Big Manager Blanche eyeing up for more support. And he's got Ellis's hand once again. Is the referee going to spot this time? Yes, is the answer, finally. And let's go. Blanche could be out of here. Blanche could be out of here. Is the referee? Yes, yes. What a decision by the official. And this match is now one-on-one.
He's been neutralised.
Big Manager Blanche. Thanks for coming. See you later. Collect your paycheck on the way out. We hot dog in your handshake. See ya. Sayonara. Goodbye. Listen.
You don't like Big Manager Blanche, do you?
It's a fair one-on-one match. As it
Hold on, Wild Boar lighting him up with clothesline after clothesline.
For the Slammasters Championship, the integrity of the sport needs to be remained. And the Wild Boar is one-on-one now. Ellis up and over, and too flashy from the Welsh boy. And that could be our new champion. Can you believe it?
Maybe he learned that one from Rhino himself.
James Ellis finds a way to stay alive and keep the gold around his waist for now. What a near fall that was. What a night this has been. Millie McKenzie picking up her first victory in Slammasters Wrestling here tonight over a game Emersyn Jayne. We've seen competitive six-man tag team action to open us up. LA Taylor remains on a winning streak. And of course the Blockbusters walked away with the tag team championships. Not to forget the impressive victory of man like DeReiss over Samuray and Soul. And Olympic slam on the Wild Boar. Could be all.
Brilliant slam, and it's not over. Wild Boar able to kick out, but at what cost? That move has done a lot of damage to the back and to the abdomen of Mike Hitchman right now.
Holding on to a finger here. May have dislocated a finger. I can tell you from experience, it's not nice when it happens.
When you wrestle as hard and as often as James Ellis and Wild Boar do, injuries are inevitable, and we can see that James Ellis does have some tape on his elbow and his bicep. Wild Boar hasn't been focusing on that, maybe out of respect for James Ellis. But right now,
we got him!
No respect there.
Suplex into the cover, new champion, no! Just as he was hooking the leg to seal the deal, Ellis finds a way to kick out.
Talk about a superplex.
Incredible action in our main event. At Slammasters back to the banking hall, part 7.
Wild Boar almost thrust James Ellis into the center of the earth, but the Brilliance was able to kick out somehow. I question sometimes just how this is possible, RC. You see the damage that these wrestlers accrue in a single match. If someone hits me with one of these moves, I am down for that count. These guys take 10, 15, 20 of the same thing and they still somehow recover, and I don't understand it.
Only one of these men can walk away with the Slammasters Heavyweight Championship tonight. Ellis going full pelt ahead at Wild Boar, and only one reply was needed to send Ellis back to the ropes.
James Ellis, the man that ended the 5-minute 28-second reign of Danhausen, condemning him to the shortest reign of all time. James Ellis needs to win this match to ensure he doesn't become the second shortest reigning champion.
What a lariat that was, could be all.
I'm not sure what kind of champion James Ellis is going to be now, since he was just decapitated by Wild Boar.
Tugging away at his hair, biting his hair in frustration that he's not put James Ellis away thus far. Ellis trying to find a way back to just being on his feet. What is going on here? Could it be a package pile driver Wild Boar might be looking for? He's biting him. A bit of fair play, if you will, there from Ellis. Normally Wild Boar doing the biting. Referee shoved to the side and a poke to the eye from the Brilliant slam. Oh, wait a minute, he got him up. Look at that. Oh, incredible. What a kick out that is. You didn't see that coming, did you now, Carl?
I did not. Torture rack bomb from the Brilliance. And it's not something that you see him bring out very often. So that shows to me just how serious he is now taking this match.
Body of the game. Strength has been put on.
Is this just about the championship, or does it have more to about James Ellis wanting to prove that he can beat Wild Boar?
And now Boar, Ellis on his shoulders. Oh, he got him! That could be our new champion! Oh, Ellis once again finding a way to kick out at 2.
Hear the crowd roar. This is awesome. Not the first time we've heard that tonight, RC, and with little surprise, what a night of action it has been at the Banking Hall. And there was only one main event there could ever be.
Oh. And the championship is still on the line. Oh, the referee nearly in harm's way once again.
Hold on, he's not out of harm's way yet.
Oh, Ellis.
The knee to the referee.
The exposed knee.
The goal from the ball.
Not like this. We need a new referee. What about this guy? We need a new referee.
Wild Boar has just won this match and this championship about 6 times over, RC.
Oh, look. Big
Where am I looking? Where am I looking?
Back.
Oh my God! Low blow from BMB.
I can't believe it, but I can at the same time.
Look at it now, touch of brilliance.
And that has to be everything. Referee's going to come round here if Big Manager Blanche does his job well. Not like this. Not
One,
like this.
two.
Kick out, kick out. Yes! The banking hall.
I had the hammer in my hand. I was convinced that was it. But Big Manager Branch, he could not wake up the referee quick enough.
The referee's down here. Oh, wait a minute.
Did he just elbow drop the referee?
Yes, yes, he did.
That is one sick, twisted man with absolutely no morals, absolutely nothing to stand for. I hope he breaks his sunglasses. I hate Big Manager Blanche.
Unbelievable. Never seen you so.
Oh! Off the head. He broke his sunglasses. Life has been redeemed. And another goal from Wild Boar. But James Ellis is a crafty little minx.
One way of putting it, as he rolls out the ring, fantastic ring awareness from the champion, or as my broadcast colleague has put it, a crafty little minx. What a goal to Big Manager Blanche, and Ellis finds himself back into the ring here, and it could be a matter of time. Oh, another poke to the eye, and oh, for good measure, a kick to the neck. Oh, championship goal wrapped around the head,
off the skull,
Boar down, referee coming to. Again, not like this. 1, 2.
James Ellis.
Kick out. Oh.
Not the way we wanted it to happen, but it's the way it had to happen.
The crafty son of a bitch has done it again. The brilliance that is James Ellis.
Look around, RC. Everyone is down. Wild Boar, Stu, Blanche isn't doing very well. James Ellis is definitely not 100%. These two men went to war, and for the first time ever, James Ellis has beaten Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman, and with the title on the line as well.
Take us home. What a night this has been. Unbelievable. For Kai Sambrook, I've been Rob Campbell. Back to the banking hall 7. Good night.
Join us once again on Sunday, October 19th for the Final 4 at the Banking Hall. Slammasters returns in October, live from its home.